Celtics fans are fired up after this recent performance after the Celtics did not meet their fans' expectations, falling short to the Oklahoma City Thunder and not going undefeated on this road trip. And there's some things that the Celtics did struggle in with this game that they have to correct going into their next matchup versus the Denver Nuggets. And we're going to be looking at all of that and exploring some positives in this game as well. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Velez. And like I said, you guys have been absolutely fantastic showing your love and support for the channel, which has been super, super appreciative. If you guys do want to show your continued support and helping us get to our goal of 6,000 subscribers, please continue to hit the like and subscribe button as it is really appreciated over here. But without further ado, let's dive into the video at hand and make sure to grab a snack, as even though the Celtics did lose this game here to the Oklahoma City Thunder, there's no need to overreact, as even though the Celtics did struggle in two aspects of this game, they were able to be in control for the first half of it while still being in that struggle. And obviously, since we'll be looking at this game, we'll be figuring out what that is. But like I said, looking at these team stats, as you can clearly see, the Celtics struggled to shoot tonight compared to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Celtics only made 9 total threes as a team, shooting below 20%, which is something not common with the Celtics. They were able to out-rebound the Oklahoma City Thunder, but the Thunder did have some bigger bodies in that second half. They were able to control the late game rebounding, which limited the Celtics to able to come back. The Celtics were in dominance of those points in the paint early on with 32 in the first quarter, but after that failed to really register any points in the paint, with the Thunder passing them in that mark as well. And if we want to dive in and look at these, here it is. We want to look at these stats, like I mentioned, by quarter. We can see that the Celtics struggled in that second half specifically, where they put up 15 points in the third quarter and 12 only in the fourth. A combined total of 27 points in two quarters, which is less than what they had in each of the first half quarters, which is the clear issue in the Celtics game tonight. And you want to know why that happened? Like I said, the struggling with the three-point shooting tonight, and the aggressiveness from OKC's defense in the second half. Early on for the Celtics, we saw Jaylen Brown come out dominating, getting 21 points in the first half, really being that motor and engine for this Celtics team offensively, alongside Kristaps Porziņģis and Jayson Tatum. Now, Brown finished with those 21 points, so was unable to score in the second half. Derrick White was one of those catch and roaming shooters for the Celtics, also made some impactful plays on the defensive side, getting some key blocks, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough for the Celtics offensively to bolster back. Tatum did struggle from three-point shooting tonight, but was able to find the line at least 12 times and was able to get to the basket. The Celtics were very rewarded in the first half compared to the Thunder in foul trips. And even though in the second half, there were some times in that half where the Celtics did get fouled and they did not get calls, it was for the referees obviously balancing that. Unfortunately for the Celtics tonight, off the bench, we did see a solid game from Luke Kornet, filling in and helping out defensively. Al Horford playing all right as well, hitting some big-time threes. But besides that, Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard didn't really make their mark offensively on this Celtics bench that we usually see them do to really give that Celtics the spark of life. And truly, that was due to the fact of that three-point shooting just not being there tonight. Comparative it to the Oklahoma City Thunder, if we want to look at their stats, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was absolutely fantastic, controlling the pace of the offense for the Thunder early on before the Celtics regained control late into that first quarter, early into that second quarter, to really go into that first half with the momentum. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and this Thunder team, just like when they played the Knicks a couple days ago, did not give up in the first half and came back to fight in this game. Big impact plays from Lou Dort. Cason Wallace was an impactful defender for them as well. Isaiah Hartenstein was a big moment for them as a rebounder and as a big, and the Celtics really struggled when Isaiah Hartenstein was in there to be able to rebound and to control that paint pressure. And that was another reason the Celtics tended to lose this game. And unfortunately for the Celtics, like I mentioned, this does end their great cap off to the new year. We obviously know they had just beaten the Timberwolves and the Rockets on this nice little Western Conference road trip. And many fans, including myself, were hoping they'd go undefeated. And unfortunately, that dream came up short when they played the Oklahoma City Thunder. But as they gear up for the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday, they have another impactful matchup going against another dominating team in the West. So the Celtics, as we all know, are going to have to make those adjustments and have to really realize what they need to do effectively in that next game to get ready for the Nuggets. Today, unfortunately, Thunder forced a lot of turnovers for the Celtics. They're one of those great teams in forcing those turnovers, and their defense was just too constructive in that second half for the Celtics offense to feel any real life to kind of spark up and get anything going. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. But like I said, we're going to go over what could possibly have helped the Boston Celtics. And like I kind of early mentioned already, I think the key things have been addressed. One, obviously the three-point shooting for tonight for the Celtics, like I mentioned, was absolutely abysmal. Shooting 19% from three-point range is not going to work in this regular NBA, specifically in a Joe Mazzulla offense. And we saw in the first half, Celtics were able to control the paint, were able to score at the basket with Kristaps Porziņģis, with Jaylen Brown, really controlling that offense. Porziņģis working in the post down low, working on some smaller bodies, working those mismatches, really getting a big time shot over Case and Wallace to end the first half there for the Boston Celtics. But like I said, it just wasn't enough impactfully in the second half, and the Celtics struggling, shooting from three-point range, realistically really limited their opportunities and creating second chance opportunities. Then the next time that we saw with the Boston Celtics, and another key issue is that late defensive rebounding. As like I mentioned, Isaiah Hartenstein was all over the boards, securing those rebounds and really being a true offensive glass cleaner for this Thunder team. It's what they needed last season, and he's been that perfect fit for them, as the Thunder have only had one loss since inserting Isaiah Hartenstein since he's come back from his injury this season, which just goes to show you how impactful this Thunder team is already when they already had players out like Chet Holmgren and like Alex Caruso. And I personally think that this is my predicted finals matchup, and if it truly gets there, we did see the Celtics at their best availability at this moment, but I do think the Celtics will make some moves on their roster, will have some upgrades. I do believe the Thunder as well will possibly go in some moves and some upgrades, possibly pursuing Cam Johnson. And we could see these two teams meeting up once again, fully healthy, and giving us one of the more impactful finals over this decade. But like I said, Celtics struggled in that three-point shooting, really struggled on that defensive rebounding late. Joe Mazzulla had some stuff to say about some spacing and some shooting problems, stuff that they will look to work on for their next game. And as we all know, with this Boston Celtics team, I want to give a shout out to Adam Taylor for saying this on Twitter. I don't have the screenshot here, but when the Celtics come back from these types of losses, in specifically the Joe Mazzulla era, they really know how to bounce back and work back from it. And Joe's obviously going to see this type of display as a good first half. Obviously shooting struggle, but still winning in it, and still a winnable game for the Boston Celtics if they were able to generate at least some level of offense in that second half. But unfortunately, that OKC defense, one of the top tier in the NBA, if not the best, was too destructive against the Celtics team. And Joe Mazzulla obviously is going to know that for next time when the Celtics do take on the Thunder once again, or if they gear up for them against the playoffs. But looking forward towards a team like Denver, he is going to make sure that the Celtics get out of this shooting funk and really prioritize those things that they struggled on in this game versus the Thunder to really bring it out versus the Nuggets in a little bit of a mismatch of their own. So let me know what you guys think personally down below in the comment section, how you guys ultimately feel about this loss. Like I said, no need to overreact, no need to freak out or anything like that. The Celtics losing this game to a Thunder team is tough after their first half performance, but truly, like I said over on Twitter, W or L, this was a fantastic game to watch on a Sunday afternoon. Two of the league's best teams, if not best in their conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder and Boston Celtics, squared off, and it was a beautiful show to watch if you enjoy basketball. So like I said, hopefully the Celtics can learn and bounce back from this and can get ready for the Nuggets on Tuesday. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, how you guys ultimately feel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, showing your love and support, which has been super appreciative, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. I'm Bruce Veliz signing off, and have a great rest of your day. Go Boston Celtics.